You know, it's quite difficult sometimes to find sequels that are not just as good as the original, but even better. And I am so happy that this is one of those exceptions. Hello, everyone. My name is Angela, and welcome back to another episode of Transcending Cinema, where today we're going to be covering a sequel that I've at least been waiting for a long time. In 2015, the first Paddington film came out, and it just blew me away with how amazing it was. The modernization of the classic children's book character included so much wit and charm to it that made it so enjoyable from beginning to end. And the best part is, unlike most modernizations of classic children's characters, this one tried its best not to sound hip or with it. It tried to be timeless. And it succeeded. Now here we are 3 years later with a sequel to the original film. Did it manage to outdo its predecessor? In case you couldn't tell from my reaction earlier, yes it did. This is one of the best sequels I have ever seen. Ben Whishaw returns as the lovable bear, and he's just as great as he was in the original film. He's polite, mannered, just like the character he portrays. Whishaw completely embodies his role as Paddington. He's so charming and witty in every single scene he occupies. Much like Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, I just can't imagine anyone else taking on this role. Whishaw brings Paddington to life in every possible way, and he's funny, charming, and enjoyable to watch. What really gives Paddington 2 a leg up above most family comedies, though, is the humor. The jokes in this film work absolutely perfect. There were times where I was audibly laughing so loud that anyone could hear me because the setups are so well done and the punchlines hit every single time. Perhaps the best new addition to this film, though, is Brendan Gleeson as Knuckles. He just drives home the comedy that makes this film so enjoyable. His first scene with Paddington is probably one of the funniest scenes in the entire movie. It's one of the best character introductions I've seen in a film. In addition to being incredibly funny, Knuckles also has the most heart out of any of the characters, second of course only to Paddington. He's very sweet, with a great arc, and is a wonderful addition to the new Paddington film. In terms of criticism for this film, I honestly can't think of that much. If anything, Hugh Grant is the weakest part as Phoenix Buchanan because he's such a weak villain. His role as the antagonist is very cookie cutter with a very simple layout about where his character will go. With that being said, though, I can overlook the simplicity of Phoenix because Paddington 2 is in itself a very simple film. The appeal of the original Paddington book series was the charm, not exactly the narrative. Sure, he would go off on adventures like he does in this film, but the idea of Paddington himself is just how sweet and charming he is to watch. That's where this film succeeds over the original. The first film had to focus on developing both Paddington and the Browns, giving Paddington a reason to stay with them. However, now that a status quo has been set, there's more time to focus on what made the original book series so clever and charming and timeless. I'm not saying that these films should be devoid of plot to work. I'm just stating that this film does a better job of capturing the spirit of the original stories now that the origin of Paddington Bear himself is out of the way. I'm still a huge fan of the original Paddington film, but after seeing this, I feel that the sequel is far superior. So thank you everyone for checking out my review for Paddington 2. Have you seen the film yet? Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Hey everyone, sorry for getting this review as well as the other two I promised up so late. It's just been kind of difficult lately. Some stuff has been coming up, making it kind of hard to work on them, but I'm hard at work now trying to get them all done for you soon. And I really look forward to seeing what you think. So until next time, bye!